Hello and welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at what if the United States formed an empire. Now, this is probably going to be turned into a series. I think we're going to go down the list of the strongest country. So, this video will be the United States, maybe next one will be Russia, then China, and so on. Also, we're going to be ignoring NATO, the United Nations, and all other military alliances or defensive pacts. We're probably going to be ignoring, economical alliances, too. And I think I already said the United Nations. Yeah, we're going to be ignoring that. This is also not meant to be realistic, and the United States, even though they are the strongest country, will be given a buff. And this is their video, so it's not meant to be realistic, but yeah, so we can start. Oh, and also we're going to be just ignoring the whole war over here in the Middle East. We're going to be ignoring all of the current conflicts, whether the United States is in it or not. So, the Ukraine war, even though the United States isn't directly involved, we're going to be ignoring that. It's most likely, it'd make it harder for the United States to form an empire. So, yeah, we can get started. And I'm going to say the first thing they're going to be doing is they're going to be sending their, first they're going to be, I don't know if they need to build up their military, to be honest. They're already really strong, but they'll send their Navy down here, and after a quick skirmish with the Navy of Bahamas, which I don't know if it has a Navy or a big Navy, but the United States has a massive Navy, and it'll quickly be defeated, and landings will be made, and the Bahamas will be annexed. Oh, also, this is not meant to offend anyone. I don't know if I already said that, but yeah, none of my videos ever are. It's just a little scenario. Did I color these guys the wrong color? No, it's the right color. It just looks different. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I guess it's fine. But now they'll be going ahead and spreading their influence in the Caribbean once more, declaring war on Cuba. And, once again, they will very far outmatch the Navy that the Cuban Navy. I'm sorry, I can't talk again. But they will make some different landings. One kind of main one. We also got rivers. We got rivers and we got provinces. So that's cool. There's no rivers in Cuba apparently. But Havana is right there, and they'll go ahead and capture that. And these landings will be successful, and Cuba will go ahead and be annexed. Shortly after that, we will see the United States declare war on Jamaica and Haiti and the Dominican Republic. They'll make a landing out from Puerto Rico and a landing in the north of Haiti. They'll capture Jamaica, and Haiti will fall, leading to Dominican Republic's invasion on both sides, and it will quickly be wiped out. Also, sorry if I'm talking really quiet. I don't know if I'm talking too quiet or too loud. It's something I'm still kind of trying to figure out. But yeah, you'll probably be seeing this video April 14th. I'm recording it on March 4th. So yeah, that's cool, I guess. just looking at my schedule real quick. But yeah, so we can already see the United States has expanded into the Caribbean a lot. And I know some of these islands are territories of other countries, but we're just going to say that they have independence because that's what's happening. So yeah, sure. The United States will be invading and annexing all of these territories. And my mouse died. Hold on. Sorry, I can't pause the recording because my mouse is dead. I can't move my mouse. And it's not working. Oh, there we go. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it's good now. So, yeah, the United States has spread their influence and now controls the entire, or almost the entire Caribbean, other than like Trinidad and Tobago and these. Is this? I don't, that might be Venezuelan. But this, I think, is Dutch. See, Dutch used to have colonies over here, I think. But yeah, so they've already spread their influence into the Caribbean, and now they're gonna kind of wait again, and well, I shouldn't say again, but and so just know we're jumping ahead now, and it is for a good reason, because the United States, and I know this is a kind of controversial topic, but we're going, well, the United States in this timeline has been, in this timeline, not the real one. At least I don't think so. In this timeline, they've been building up, to invade Canada, which is why we saw that little break there. And now they're going to go ahead and start the invasion. So their troops will enter down here, taking a big chunk out of Canada, capturing, well, actually, I'm going to say they don't capture their capital because I don't think they would want to do that quite yet. Well, I mean, maybe, but their goal right now, these forces' goal, is to take the entirety of Canada's Great Lakes, and that's what happens. We also see, can't see it very well in provinces. Yeah, I think this province is like, is Alberta, is negotiating with the United States, but they're gonna have some rebellions over here, let's say, just so, yeah, I don't really know, but, so yeah, the United States is now going to send their military out from most of this border, and it's going to do very well, as they capture all the populated areas, and also capture this little area right here between Alaska and mainland United States. And once this happens, there's maybe like 2 small areas invading Canada over here, but yeah, the United States is gonna go ahead and capture all of this area. Is it New Brunswick, maybe? Also capturing Quebec City. Then capturing the capital of Canada and reaching up to Hudson Bay. I think this is Hudson Bay. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But they are going to go ahead and basically just perform a sweep through the areas of Canada that might have like some population, and Quebec will soon fall over to occupation, which kind of in turn marks the surrender of Canada. It's just too much for them. And yeah. Okay, so normally I wouldn't have the country forming the empire take this much land, because that's a lot, but Canada is the second biggest country in the world, and I was gonna have them take just around the borders, but I mean, Canada's whole population is around their borders, so instead I'm just having them take a bunch of land and a bunch of these islands, and then puppet the rest, which will, I mean, it's like a Quebec thing. But yeah, let me erase the borders. Okay, so yeah, these are our new borders. So yeah, countries are very scared, and rightfully so. But the next thing happening is going to be the United States declaring war, I guess, technically on Denmark. Once again, I know this is a sort of controversial topic, but the United States does want Greenland in this timeline, so they will go ahead and declare war on Denmark so that they can get it, because Denmark is, Greenland is a territory of Denmark, but it's kind of like a state. But yeah, so the Americans will be making a landing over here, capturing Greenland's capital city, just somewhere over here, and after just making maybe a few more landings, Greenland will go ahead and surrender, and in turn Denmark as well. Denmark knows the United States only wants Greenland and has really no interest in Denmark, and they don't, so yeah. But yeah, so this is how the Mexican-American War, with the United States declaring war on Mexico. And yeah, I mean, I'm not really sure why they would do this. I mean, I guess to control more of North America. And they will make a landing over here in the peninsula over here. I can't remember what it's called. They also make a landing over here. And, they're also going to mainly come out from Texas. So, yeah, they just are invading a lot of land over here. A few small areas occupied over here, but they'll also capture Baja California, and then kind of link together their front line as they will creep down the coast each side. And this landing over here will grow bigger as probably more smaller landings are made, and Mexico is cut into multiple parts. Mexico City is then entered and captured, and from here we see American forces meet in basically the middle of Mexico, and Mexico will fall. Okay, and so this is what we see of the peace treaty, or treaty, or whatever it is. And so basically the United States will be annexing all of this land, and the rest will become a puppet or a vassal or a satellite state, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, this is now how the American Empire is looking, and it controls nearly all of North America. But now it's going to go out and do some other stuff. And it's going to kind of look at more of a colonial path. I mean, not like colonial, like a colonial. I mean, yeah, kind of, but like, I don't know. I'm not thinking right. I don't know, like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess it would be, but like not like the British Empire where it was like colonizing half the world. Just like a few colonies here and there. And so they're actually gonna go and do that. I mean, I don't know if I'd really consider this what would be a colony, but they're gonna go ahead and invade Ecuador, and yeah, they'll capture the coast and the country will fall. And so they're actually going to turn this part of Ecuador into a vassal and annex this part. They're also going to go over to Panama and invade them. Actually, this probably would have been one of the first events of the video, but I didn't think of it, so it wasn't. But yeah, they are gonna go ahead and take over the Panama Canal. I think Panama City's, I don't know where it is, but they are going to wipe out large portions of Panama, and the Darien Gap will be left, and the remaining forces there, if there even is forces, will surrender. So yeah. So this is what we see happening. So the Americans take the area around the Panama Canal, and yeah, they've got their goals now. So yeah, this is their empire so far, but now they're gonna do some more colonialism. So they're gonna go over to Liberia, not Iberia, and they're going to make 3 different landings off the coast of Liberia, and it's gonna cut it into multiple parts, and yeah, I mean, after this it'll just kind of fall. No, I'm gonna do the colonies this color to be, maybe. Well, yeah, let's do colonies, no, because that's allies. We'll keep the colonies as the public color. So yes, that is what's happening here. They will now go over to Cape Verde, or Cabo Verde, and I mean, let's be honest, it's just gonna be ran over. And yeah, now they're gonna go over to South America, and they're going to declare war on Suriname while they were, what? I cannot talk. While they will enter in and turn into a colony, and at this point, South America's had enough. They're going to group together, and well, it's not just South America, it's actually the remainder of the Americas. And they're going to group together as one, what's it called? Can't think of the word. A coalition. And they'll wait a little bit, and they'll decide it is time, and they'll declare war on the United States and their colonies and vassals. And so they'll enter into the newly gained Suriname, and it will wish to be freed, and it will be. Ecuador will have much of the same effects. And the Panama Canal will, I can't talk again. Fighting at the Panama Canal will begin. The United States holds on to it for now. There's also a few small offensives this way that aim to kind of just try to do as much as possible. And, it doesn't really work that good. South America is doing good so far. Eventually they will send more troops over here, and they will lose their foot in this part of Mexico, and troops will advance this way, but very slowly. And yeah, it's not looking too good for them anymore, because the Americans have a lot of forces at the Panama Canal and it cannot be reached. And the Americans have arrived over here in Mexico and have pushed them back to this river and will then advance further in, reliberating their puppet. They'll then make a landing over here, reliberating this area, and soon these forces will begin to go into Belize and Guatemala. I need to stop doing that. Belize will fall, and Guatemala will surrender. El Salvador will soon fall, and there's lots of advances into Honduras. So yeah. There is now advances into Nicaragua, and hold on a second. Okay, so Nicaragua will soon fall, and there's a landing made in the Caribbean going into Venezuela that will go extremely well, as the United States will actually take a bunch of land over here. It's extremely effective, but that is only, for a little bit. It's still effective, but they will have significant pushback. But now they will send their military over here as it goes into the Guyanas, well, just Guyana for now, and they will kind of just set up a defensive line over here, aiming to just kind of now defend this front until, troops from over here can reach it, which Costa Rica, they don't have a military, so they will fall. And the Panama Canal will soon be overloaded with American troops, and the Americans will actually bypass I shouldn't say bypass, but kind of go around the Darien Gap, and those forces will meet, and they'll go along this river, roughly. So, from there they will go into Venezuela, and they'll now advance into Guyana, and it will fall. They'll soon recapture Suriname. French Guiana shouldn't be here because they are part of France. And soon Venezuela will fall, and a bunch of troops will head into Colombia, going down the coast. A landing in Ecuador will be made from this, I know what those are called, the Galapagos Islands. They'll now go into Peru, but mainly focus on Colombia, which will soon fall as they then focus on Peru, having extreme success as Peru will fall over. And Brazil is beginning to question what they have done, because, that maybe wasn't such a good idea. The United States is now going into Bolivia, and it will surrender. Chile will surrender because, they know they have no chance. And Argentina will actually lead some forces over here that are also rebel forces to recapture parts of Chile, or re-liberate, I should say. Paraguay will soon fall, and the United States will make a crucial move, making landing over here in Brazil, and cutting off Argentina and Brazil, which kind of spells defeat, as Uruguay will fall, and now these forces focused on Argentina. Argentina will go ahead and leave the war, which will lead to the rest of Chile. The Falkland Islands are part of the United Kingdom, they shouldn't be there, but Chile will leave the war as well. And now it is all focused on Brazil. The United States will make a landing over here, capturing a part of the northern coast of Brazil, and they will soon make a lot of landings down here, then capturing Rio de Janeiro, I think. And yeah, I mean, the Amazon forest is hard to invade, but yeah, I mean, Brazil is not in a good state, and American forces are rapidly advancing. I guess they've learned something, or learned how to deal with forces from Vietnam. But yeah, they'll now close in on Brazil, and from there capture its capital somewhere around here. And Brazil will then surrender, and we can see what's going to happen to South America. Yeah, and this is what is going to happen. So, I'll just let you see it. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. Here's the finished American Empire. You can see with rivers, with provinces. I didn't follow one of the provinces just because I thought it looked better. So yeah, this is what it looks like. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.